Hello everyone, my name is Ryan Ellis, and I'm a bass player. And I'm also a Christian. I should say Christian before bass player because that's what matters. I've never made money from any videos ever, and I would love to monetize these videos somehow one day. But until that day comes, I would love and welcome your donations and or gifts. So email me, numberpeoplecall@gmail.com or displacedbassist@gmail.com. Really, I would love to just hear your story. I would love to learn about you, and I love learning about people. Also, send me song suggestions because I'm looking for good new music to cover. New as in 2011, but as soon as 2012 goes on or kicks off, I'm going to try to aim for 2012 songs, if at all possible. If not, I'll probably do latter part of 2011 album releases. I just finished Jesus Culture's Awaken Me, and I haven't posted on YouTube yet because, like I said, I'm looking for new songs to do. I'm going to do a bunch of songs and release them all at once. Just Awaken Me on YouTube, and the rest will be on other websites. And I'll give you the link to all those other songs at the end of the Awaken Me video to try to draw you off of YouTube onto the other sites, so that, may the Lord forbid this from happening, but if I ever get kicked off YouTube from 3 strikes you're out copyright infringement rule, you can find me elsewhere. So please do that. My Twitter account is @PrayForRyan. I have only 1 follower, and it's not even a real person, so please follow me on that. This is, if you're a bass player, sit down, play something to be cool, so you don't look like a weirdo. Check that out. The song Awaken Me by Jesus Culture has a cool bass part in it, and I actually call it the cool part in the tabulation, but it's like... But that part right there is so cool. I actually had to figure out how to keep up with the tempo, the rhythm, because it was so hard for me. The best investment right now, yes, I guess it's Jesus or winning people to Christ. Yes, you can be technical like that, but I'm talking about like money, gold, investment, stock. And I'm not selling you anything because actually I don't even know what I would be selling you, because it's up to you to decide what you want to buy. But there are a lot of gold commercials on TV and on the radio right now saying that you should invest in gold because insert scare tactic here. And usually the scare tactic is something like, we already crashed once a couple years ago. It's bound to happen again soon, especially since the European markets, which we're so tied to because we're bailing them out, they're on the verge of crashing despite our bailouts of them. And despite our bailouts of ourselves, we're going to crash probably either way too. So at that point, the US dollar will be worth nil, virtually nothing. And so gold, the price of gold, the value of gold will rise. So buy gold now to beat this before it happens. And I always wonder, like, if you're selling gold and you're saying, wow, you really need to buy gold, why are you selling it in the first place? Like, if I was like, this bass is my baby, if I ever play bass, I can only play it on this bass. And at the same time, I was listing it on like a website saying like for sale. Why would I do that? That doesn't make sense. So I wonder, the best investment I think is if you looked up whatever the majority of the gold brokers' assets are invested in, that's what you should invest in. So if they have the majority of the assets in gold, they put their money where their mouth is, invest in gold. The dollar, invest in the dollar. If they invest in the yen, invest in the yen. If they invest in the stock market, invest in the stock market. But keep in mind that some investments will be affected by a recession if a recession happens. So keep that in mind, and also keep in mind that when richer companies invest as opposed to a private normal income citizen, the types of things that they're able to invest in because of how much money they have, it changes. So just a little fun fact for you, a little thing to consider. My Rickenbacker has a buzz on the G string. Just going through the strings are like E, A, G, D, G, You hear that? And it's especially present on this side, which makes me think that's where it's coming from. E, A, D, G. So I think it's somewhere up here that it's happening. And I believe also that it's happened since I've bought it. I'm the third owner of this bass, so a previous owner must have jacked it up or something. So if you know how to fix that, let me know, because I want to fix that, because that really annoys me to death, to no end. Gas tankers or petrol tankers, if you don't live in America, these things carry the lifeblood of the world, gasoline, inside of them. And, you know, every car has a gas tank, and gas tankers have gas tanks as well, and the big tank on the back isn't hooked up to their engine. It's just holding gas to give to a local gas station or to give to a company. I wonder if you hooked it up so that the big tanker in the back full of gas was the gas tank for it, how far you could drive with just that huge tank of gas. And even if you couldn't drive super duper far, I would want to set it up. Planes have in-flight refueling. You can refuel it. This is why I want it to drive far. I want to drive from coast to coast in America. I want to go from the East Coast to the West Coast, from kind of cooler to kind of warmer. It's always nicer to do that, start in the cold, end in the warm. Please, if you want to do this, I would love to be your co-pilot. You can finance it because I don't have a lot of money, so basically you can do all the hard part and I can just kind of join in for the fun. It would need to have, I think, I don't know a lot about cars, but I think it would need to have, just like how race cars, like in the Fast and Furious movies, they have that button you press and it puts NOS in the engine or nitrous oxide to make it go faster. It would have to have a button like that, or maybe like an automated system. You don't even press the button. It does it on its own to put more oil in the engine and probably release the other oil on the ground, just like poop it out, like travel buses literally release their poop and pee on the ground like that. Because I'm sure you'd burn through all the oil too, because if you went 3,000 miles, which I think is coast to coast distance, you'd probably burn through all the oil and through all the gas. And it would also have to be outfitted, just like driver's training cars, some of them do, have 2 sets of steering wheels and gas and brake pedals. You'd have to have 2 sets on these so that one person can drive, and as soon as that person gets too tired to drive, no switching of seats is necessary. You just pull a lever and then the other person is in control of the truck, and while the other person can take a rest for a while. And I wonder how long it would take a non-stop, never stop to rest. You just keep driving unless traffic happens, and I guess you're stuck in traffic. I want to do that. Again, my name is Ryan Ellis. At Pray for Ryan is my Twitter account. A couple more things. The 5 most annoying words in the English language for 2011, according to American college students, are whatever, like, you know, just saying, and seriously. I probably use these words a lot, and I need to stop using them because they're annoying, and if you use them, stop using them. Seriously. Please pray for me. I just applied for a job, and I'm going to apply for another job and probably another job, and then call my old job. A lot of job stuff happening, so pray that goes well. I just graduated college with an associate's in general stuff, and I want to keep on that path and get a liberal arts bachelor's degree. And then at that point, get my master's in whatever, like Bible degree, business, HR. I don't know what I'm going to do, but please pray for me and give me advice if you have any to give. numberpeoplecall@gmail.com is my email again, just so you know. Contact me. Again, my name is Ryan Ellis. My email, numberpeoplecall@gmail.com. My YouTube is Overcome the Idiots. My Twitter is @PrayForRyan. Awaken Me by Jesus Culture. I just did that and I haven't posted it yet, but stay tuned for that. And then finally, the fun fact for the week is secret. Yes, I'm not going to tell you because it's secret. Actually, I'm going to tell you because the fun fact is the word secret, which has its origin from 1374. It's from a Middle English word, from an Old French word, from a Latin word, secretus, which means to separate or to set aside. So this is what my question is that goes along with the fun fact. If there's that phrase, that English colloquial phrase, to hold on to a secret, how is that possible? How can you hold on to something that you've set aside? So I'm holding on to the pick and I set it aside. I'm not holding on to it anymore. And now I'm holding on to it again. It's not set aside because I'm holding on to it. So think about that and message me. Put it in the comment box below. And until next time, guys, thank you very much. God bless you. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Merry Christmas. Pray for me. Bye.